Okay, welcome to Unit 6, Lesson 1, Simplifying Expressions. We're going to put it all together. Again, you click this video link here in order to understand distributive property and combining like terms, and how we're putting it together. This is the screen that we're going to be working on, and we're going to be walking through these problems together. The first one is 15 minus 1.5. We're going to distribute that into y minus 5, and then we're going to bring down this constant or this term right here, which is negative or minus 7.5. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite this 15, and then we're going to minus 1.5y, and when we multiply 1.5 times y, we get 1.5y, and then we are going to, so this right here, how this works is we would add this together. So that's our first term when we first put it in. That's our first one. We're going to then minus, because right here is the minus sign, and we're going to minus negative 1.5 times negative 5. Okay, Unit 6, Lesson 1, Simplifying Expressions. We now are doing the independent practice. This means this slide you are going to do on your own. So how it works is you're going to look at these and you're going to simplify your expressions by adding your like terms or combining your like terms, or you're going to distribute. And we'll go ahead and I'll show you A and B, and then I'll let you do the rest on your own. Remember your fractions, how to work with fractions. They did pretty easy because you have like denominators, so they didn't make it really hard. So don't look at that and give up. You guys know how to add and subtract fractions, especially since they made it easy for you and gave you like denominators. So don't get frustrated. So we have 30 plus 2b minus 5 plus 3b. This is where I need to combine these like terms. I have 30 and a negative 5, which is going to give me 25, because 30 minus 5 equals 25. 2b plus 3b equals 5b. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to move that one down there, because even though they wrote it differently how I said it, it has all the components. When you're writing an expression, they always put the variables first. And then if you have just a number, which is a constant, it goes last. So you'll notice that that's how all of these are. So for instance, now we're going to distribute our negative 5 into our parentheses. So negative 5 times negative 5 is 25, and we have that b, so 25b. Negative 5 times positive 2 equals negative 10. So this one would go over here. That is all you are doing. You are distributing, or you're combining like terms in order to find out what section it goes into, what one of these 4 squares. So these are going to be your answers. So that way you can self-check. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, you guys know how to work with fractions, you know how to work with decimals, you know how to add and subtract, you know how to multiply. If you have any concerns, go back to the other videos and rewatch them, but this is the slide we will be grading for this lesson, because then that proves that you know what you're doing. The next thing is you need to type in the directions for distributive property. What do you do to do distributive property? How do you do it? Combining like terms. What are the steps to combining like terms? How do you know what terms to combine? And once you're done with all of that, so this will be the other slide I'll be grading. So I'm grading this slide and I'm grading this slide. So they both need to be filled out. Then you have an extension, online math game. If you just click on this link and then you'll click here, it'll take you to a game where you can do distributive properties and have a little bit more fun. So this way we know we have it. Again, for the third time, I'm grading this slide and I'm grading this slide. So make sure you have both of those complete for this independent practice, because that tells me you understand what we did for this lesson. If you have any questions, please reach out, but make sure you've watched all the videos first because I will be asking you questions that pertain to those videos. So that way I know that you've watched them because they are helpful for you. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again. Oh, and that's the end for Unit 6, Lesson 1, Simplifying Expressions for Miss Young's math class.